right, well, welcome back. This is episode 4, and I'm here today with my friend Colleen, who I met on TikTok.
Hey guys, what's up?
So I'm out here in Florida right now. Just took a little road trip out here with my mom, and I found out that I was only an hour and a half away from Colleen, so it's really nice to have you on board today.
It's so awesome that you were able to come visit me. I've been super excited. Today's been awesome. I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we're gonna, the point in this podcast and the topic is TikTok, which is, I think I've said this already, but it's how we met, how we know each other. So there's kind of a lot to unpack here. A lot of good content coming for you guys. So I guess we'll start this one from the top. You know what? Here, we'll start with you. So, okay. When did you get TikTok, and what made you start TikTok?
Okay. Where do we freaking start? Okay, so I got TikTok about a year ago. I had heard about it on Twitter, but I was reluctant to even start it because, you know, you hear about Musical.ly, everyone's kind of making fun of it. You're like, this is a little weird. But, you know, I downloaded the app, didn't really understand the For You page, but you just keep scrolling down through videos and you're like, okay, what's going on? What are sounds? How do you even make a video? What the heck is going on? So at one point I said, you know what? I'm just going to make videos, like see what happens. But at the beginning, I still didn't really understand how it worked. So you're just posting nonsense, just understanding the app. But for a while, I didn't post anymore because I was just like super confused until one day I had a really bad date experience, and I had seen people doing dating TikToks on the dating side of TikTok, and I thought that would be a good idea to do one of my own and tell my story and how my bad date went. And so I recreated the date through the TikTok, and it did really well. So I figured, hey, like I can keep doing more of these and see how it goes. And my TikTok journey started there, I guess.
Yeah, that's really interesting. That's how we met, essentially, which we'll get to that in a little bit. We'll talk about that. So kind of going off what you said, yeah, I kind of had a similar experience with TikTok. When I first got it, I had the app and I didn't know what to do with it. It was really weird because I got it during quarantine at a time that I was like really deathly afraid of like a camera in front of me, and I was like, this is really cringe. And then I saw a YouTube video somewhere. It was like one of those like confidence videos or whatever, and I was like cringing at the fact of like actually listening to it because I was like, let me avoid this. But then like the few seconds I listened to it, someone said you should like record yourself on your phone. That helps you get used to being in front of a camera. So I was like, all right, bet. So then when TikTok was there, I was like, wow, this is a good reason to have the app. It'll force me to do that. And I saw that people, this is going to sound so whack, but I saw that people were like getting followers quick. And I guess I look at it differently. For me, it's like I see followers as like people that like, that I want to like talk to and like stay friends with and like just build a broader network, as opposed to being like, ooh, look at me, I have this amount of followers type thing. So I saw that there was like a connection that was able to happen on TikTok that was different than any other social media platform. So I started making
especially because of the For You page.
Yeah.
You just see random people. Like, it's not just people that you follow. I like taking the mic. But yeah, it's not just people that you follow on the For You page. Literally anybody can come up on there. So you have the opportunity to meet people from all over the world, essentially.
Yeah. And that's honestly like crazy. It's insane to me. Like, there's people that like all ages, all countries, and it just baffles me to this minute. So with that being said, actually, I was confused at my like niche on TikTok, or niche, however, I don't even like that word. I probably say it wrong half the time.
Yeah, niche?
Niche. We're not really sure how that word said, but I started making, I don't think you know this actually, I started making videos where, so I don't know if anyone gets like bots adding them on Facebook, but I was making videos because I thought it was hilarious that like bots were friending me on Facebook, and I was like, this feels like weird, but I should talk about it. And they were kind of getting views at first. They were getting like 2,000-3,000 views, and I was like, anybody else getting this? And people were commenting, but it wasn't like I guess when you make content, you want to build an audience, and what audience is there like waiting for you to make these stupid Facebook videos? Yeah. So I'm like, this is dumb. So I didn't know what to make. And then I started making, I don't know if you guys have seen those ads. You know when you like read a paper digitally? Do you know like when you're reading a paper, there's like those clickbait ads at the very bottom of it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was making videos where I would like have the green screen. They have a green screen function on there where you can like put the background behind you and show like what you're talking about or whatever. So I was making videos where I was like making fun of those clickbait ads because it would say stuff like, click this and your hand will look like the Incredible Hulk or something. Mm-hmm. And they were like stupid videos, but like, I don't know, my humor sucks. So I laugh at that stuff. And
someone's going to laugh at it.
And well, so now that you said that, it's a good thing you said that. This kid that still follows me, I wish I could remember his name right now. I should remember this. Jesus, he's going to hate me. But anyway, he like found the video and he like one video I made and he's like, bro, I'm your biggest fan. I love this. Like da 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 da. And like he still will message. I'm pretty sure I have a message like unread from him, like even right now. Mm-hmm. And so I made that connection over it and I was like, this is really cool. And then I took a break from all that.
We took that break from TikTok.
Yeah.
We're learning about ourselves. I don't know what it is, but.
Yeah, you needed the break too. Mm-hmm. Like it just, I don't know, you when you need the break, right? If you're like in your head, you're like, I need the break. Like take that break, guys. Take the break.
Learn about yourself. Figure out what you want to do next. You know, you don't have to be posting all the time. Just
take care of yourself. It's mental health. You gotta chill out. So anyway, where were we going with that? Oh.
So you took a break. Yeah.
So I took a break and then I was like really sitting back. I'm like, okay, what do you actually like? Because that's what you're going to make good content about. Mm-hmm. Like that's where you're going to find your enjoyment, build your community around stuff you like. And that's why people relate to it. So I'm like, I like cameras. You guys know that. I like skateboarding. So then I think I made one camera video, if I'm not mistaken, where I was like, I think I was like just briefly saying something like, this is what exposure is, this is what like, and it I think got like 18 views and I ended up deleting it because I was like,
love that.
It just stopped, which we'll talk about how it sends it out to other people. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I'm kind of going on here, but yeah, I just all of a sudden realized.
You did the camera video?
Yeah, and it didn't work. So then I was like, okay, skateboarding. So then I started making skateboarding videes. So
you've been skateboarding for a while now.
Yeah.
So that's why. No, I'm just wondering, like, so you've been skateboarding for a while now, and you figured, like, you just make a skateboarding video?
Yeah, so I was like, I think I decided to do that because I was like, this is what my YouTube channel's around, and I wanted to, like, grow an audience on there and, like, meet more people that skate that are on the internet because I see, like, channels that have a ton of viewers and people communicating, like, this is cool, they have, like, a skate audience, I need a skate audience. So this was... I don't know, a lot of you probably saw me posting videos on my YouTube channel at the beginning of quarantine. I was like just going places with a board and like trying to come up with ideas. So I have like this list of like 100 ideas in my phone. And one of those ideas was to try out like the cheapest Walmart board. So I started like making these videos with this Walmart board, which I guess, I don't know, am I like jumping the gun too soon or should I talk about?
I mean, that's kind of how you started your TikTok journey, basing.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'm not jumping the gun, am I?
You're good.
Okay.
We want to hear it.
Okay, cool. So I guess I started making videos with that and I made this one video where I thought it was funny that like my Walmart board didn't break in Fargo when I was trying to stomp it because I was like, yo, look at this board I have. Like, it'd be funny if, like, I made a video of me just, like, stomping it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why. It was just a funny video the way I had it. So I was like, I, like, didn't know what to do with it because there was a video of it on YouTube already where you see me at the very start of the video. But the video was doing well on YouTube. So I think that was what made me, like, the next morning go and make this TikTok. And
Smart.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, like, the views were going up. It was, like, it got, like, I forget how many views it got first. It got like 185,000 or something. And then the next day, like 200. And I just saw the views like increasing on it. Which I'm sure you had like a similar experience when you were starting to make like your...
Oh, yeah, I guess like going into that, like you're bound to get like a viral video the more you post. Like some people get lucky and their first video, I think like Charlie's first video, or like Addison Rae, they had like their first videos go viral. But I mean, I guess you could call like after you reach like 100,000 views, like that's considered viral, I think. So yeah, like one of my first videos that went viral, I think it has almost 300,000 views now, and it was just me talking about an experience, like literally just recreating an experience with my ex. And I guess a lot of people could relate to that, and seeing those comments, it makes you realize that you're not the only one, you're not alone. So that made the experience even more enjoyable for me. And so I think that's what pushed me to want to make even more videos. But yeah, I feel like seeing it gives you like that courage and motivation to want to keep posting, seeing that your videos are doing really well. So I think after I saw that there, like those videos, there was something there. So for me, it was that video with my ex that, yeah, it pushed my TikTok career to where it is today, I guess. So thanks to him, like in a weird way. But yeah, you're viral. That was your video that went viral, right?
Yeah. It was a similar thing. Wait, so tell me real quickly, like about the comments. Like when you started seeing it go viral, like was there a lot of comments, or like what was that like, and how were you like? Because when I had a video, so I'll get to it in a bit. I had a video that I don't know if I said it right, but it hit like 1.2 million views. And the one noticeable thing about it is there was like amount of comments that I could not respond to, but I low-key did respond to like at least 500 of them. Call me insane. I don't know how I found the time.
I tried like just as hard, because you want to engage with your viewers. Yeah. Like that's how they feel like close with you. And if they had the time to make a comment, you want to put in that effort too. Like show them that you care, you know?
Yeah. Wait, so actually I have a question. I don't know why this came into my mind just before you started saying that. So I guess I'm kind of backtracking, but when you first opened up TikTok, like you mentioned Charli D'Amelio, which is one of the first creators on it. She was making dance videos. So I know, like, I guess I want to use this like quick segment as like a motivation to get TikTok, because when I talk to a lot of people about TikTok, they're like, oh, it's just dance videos. Like, it's just people doing like wacky things, or like they like kind of like discount it like that. And so what was it, dance videos that were on yours when you opened it up too, or was it?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you first start TikTok, TikTok doesn't really know what it is that you're into. I think they show you a little bit of everything. And so some of those videos were like funny videos, some were dance videos. And so when you first start, yeah, you see like those dance videos and you're like, I want to try those, like the Renegade. I think the Renegade was around when I first got on there. And yeah, at first you obviously are like, okay, well, people are doing these dances, I want to try out the dance. But then, like you mentioned, the more you do videos, the more you watch stuff, you start to realize what it is that you like, and you don't want to just copy people. You start to realize like, okay, I want to do my own thing. Like this is something that I like to talk about, something I'm good at. And the fact that people could relate made it that much more special for me, because I felt like I could have a genuine connection with people with something that I enjoy talking about, you know? So like you said, you asked me about the comments. So because I had been going through, I had already gone through the breakup, but it was like a little bit after that breakup, and I was seeing people talk about their breakups and how they went through similar situations. So it was almost like a therapeutic thing for me, like being able to relate with these people. And so being able to talk to them, which is funny because not only is it comments, but I was getting DMs from like hundreds of people. Like they were like, oh my God, like I want to talk to you about this. Like this is my situation. And one of the people that happened to send me a DM, I don't know if you commented or sent me a DM.
I think probably both.
So he commented, but I noticed like he sent me a DM at one point, and we just started talking, and he was kind of giving me like advice, like, oh my God, like I know what you're going through. I don't even know. Like, yeah. I mean, you can mention like, if you remember.
I mean, I don't know how much in detail you want me to get on the like topic of the video. Do you?
We can go all in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess the video's on TikTok. So it was like a video. So I think I mentioned this to you earlier actually. So I saw 2 of your TikToks. I don't remember the order, but one of the first ones I saw was like that conversation where you could hear you and your ex like talking.
Oh yeah.
And I think
I had like recorded it. He knew I was recording, but
Yeah,
like I put a recording of the video, like a clip of it, on my TikTok.
Yeah, so it wasn't weird, not weird, guys, not weird.
I'm not
So anyway, I saw that video and I was like, I listened to it and I was like, ooh, this is like intense. And then
Spice.
it's the spice for me. So I saw that and then I don't think I followed you yet, but then I think like SMH guys, SMH,
Fake. Okay.
fake fan here. I think I was just like, what's going on here? And then was it a day or two? I don't remember how much later. It doesn't matter.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. But then I saw this video she posted where you want to explain what it was the hotel lobby video.
I love how people. Okay,
People
so
watch this one.
the hotel lobby. I think that's how a lot of people found me actually. I think it was one of the first times that I started giving updates, because before it was just like recreating like bad dates. But then I started talking to this one guy on Hinge, and the experience wasn't going too well at one point. At first it was great, whatever. But at one point things took a turn, and so I took that as like a video inspirational idea, and I talked about how this really bad thing happened, like this lack of communication that happened with this guy. I went all the way to his house, which is like an apartment building that has a lobby, and how this guy basically ghosted me and wouldn't answer the phone. So I was stuck in this lobby waiting for him, and at one point I just had to leave, and so it just got really awkward. I went back home. I was like, this is a good TikTok video, like who else has been through this? And you saw that? You saw that video?
Yeah, I saw that video, and I think all I could feel in the moment was like, I like wanted to message her because I was like, I could relate to it in a way of how she was like dedicated to go like out of her way to be able to like still hang out with him.
Oh yeah,
and
because he had canceled plans.
He
had canceled plans, and I went anyways because I wanted to show him that I cared and I still wanted to hang out with him. But he was like, no, don't come. But I'm like, I'm gonna go. Like, I want to hang out with you. But he took that the wrong way, so he never opened the door. But so you saw that, right?
Yeah, so I saw that and I was like, ooh, I think I messaged you and said I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
And then I said something in the message too. I was like, I don't want to tell you what to do or be like a voice of like reason here, because I'm not going to tell someone what to do. But I was just like, I don't know, like I would like definitely say something about that, to him, like
have a talk.
Yeah, like talk. I don't know. I said something like that, and then I could feel that there was like some sort of like we could like relate in that situation because we both would do the same thing. So I like started following along, and I started
posting those up. I kept posting more and more updates about my situation. The videos just got really long at one point. Too many updates.
Well, it was like the updates were keeping me hanging on at least, because like. I think that was one thing I messaged you in the video. I was like, I'm invested in this. Like, I gotta see what's going on. And I don't know. It's funny because why did TikTok start showing me like dating TikToks out of nowhere? I literally couldn't tell you. It was meant to be. It was seriously. It was meant to be. And it's crazy that it's even crazy that we're here right now, like recording this.
Chicago, Florida, and we met like how many months ago? Like. The hotel lobby thing was in November.
Yeah.
So we've been talking since November, and now we're here.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about. Just shows you the power of TikTok.
I love TikTok, man.
It's cool, man. I have people that are like, I don't know, they try to like say they're like too cool for it or it's too like whatever. There's grandmas on TikTok.
Literally. And the fact that I think due to the algorithm, since like we mentioned, whatever it is that you're interested in, those are the more you watch a certain type of video, the more those videos will be recommended to you on the For You page. We should explain the For You page a little bit.
Yeah.
So basically the For You page, it's basically like for you. So whatever it is that you watch, it'll just keep showing you those kinds of videos. So they call it, like, for Chicago people, like if you live in Chicago, it's like Chicago TikTok, and it'll show you a bunch of stuff from Chicago. And if you're from Florida, it'll show you a bunch of stuff from Florida. Sometimes I guess it's confusing in a way because he watches Chicago stuff and we follow each other, it'll show me Chicago stuff. So it's like depending on if your friends follow people, like if you follow friends and they watch certain videos, it'll also recommend you what your friends follow. So it's weird like that, but most of the time it's going to send you stuff that you like to see.
Yeah.
So like I said, because you're watching a bunch of things that relate to you, those like people will also, like people that are similar to you will be watching those same types of videos. So you just end up finding each other. And so we all have pretty similar personalities. We have the same interests. And then that's how it's, I guess, easy to become friends.
Yeah. I think so. That was another thing too. Like and I don't know if everyone does this, but like whenever I follow somebody, I'm not just going to like follow them and then move on. Like I have to like look at their profile and see like what they're doing. Like, you know, I'm like, what's your Instagram about? Like, what are you doing?
Who are you?
Yeah, like who are you? You know? And so when I followed her, I went on to your page and I saw your like wedding.
Oh, my Instagram?
Yeah, I saw your Instagram, but I saw like your link, your website. I think is in your bio. So I saw that and I was like, oh, that's cool. You shoot like weddings. So I think we might have like messaged about like wedding stuff here and there.
Yeah, we noticed that we were both like we were into photography, video, like
and
those same types of things, right?
Yeah. And I mean, that's again, like that's the For You page is really like for you, you know, like it screams it.
Not sponsored, but honestly, TikTok should sponsor us at this point.
Pay us for this podcast, please. Yeah. So we just like, I think that's crazy how it like it, for me, it's crazy that I could like crazy enough that I could relate to a situation, but to find out that you shot photos to it and like we had that connection over like weddings, I was like,
we're both left-handed. What are the odds?
Yeah,
what is that?
How does that happen? Does TikTok know we're left-handed?
No, they know.
I swear, like it like works its ways, and also that's another thing. I've heard people talk about this. So when I send you a message, since we weren't following each other, how did you how did you see the message? Because it was like it had to go into like a private thing, right?
Yeah. So at the time, when you're not following people back, I mean, at that time, I was getting like a ton of follows. So I'm like, who do I follow back? Like, I don't know. Until we started talking, then I was like, okay, like I'll follow you, like you're cool. But yeah, you get messages like in this anonymous category until like you approve it or whatever. And yeah, I was just getting a ton of messages from weird people, like, because I guess my videos were about like dating and how dating experiences were going wrong. So I was getting messages from guys saying, I was getting messages from guys being like, I'll take you out on a date. Like, I'll fly you out to New York. I'll do this. Like, I'll show you a real date.
Dude, just don't. If you're a dude, I'll be a dude saying this. Don't do that. That's not a good approach to women. Not a look, guys.
So out of all those messages, I was reading them all because obviously I'm curious. What do people have to say? And then out of those messages, Max was in there, and out of other people that were like, we'll talk about the other people that we have become friends later. Yeah. But yeah, Max was one of those people that like stood out, and I was like, oh, like this person seems cool. Like I see it. Like he's cool. And so yeah, that's basically how it happened. And then the conversation kept going, and then we found each other on Instagram. We followed each other, and then we went from talking on TikTok to talking on Instagram, and then we FaceTime. It's been a lot. Like we started calling each other. I don't even know how that all happened, but we're here. So
and I think that is another thing too. Is like I feel like anytime we talk, I'm usually trying to like help you through like whatever you're like going through. I'm like, okay, like I'm trying to like offer I don't know. I feel like people can use that. Not that my like quote unquote unsolicited advice or whatever, but I'm like, anytime I like say stuff like that to people, I'm always like, you seriously don't have to listen to me. You can totally disregard anything I say, but there's a part of me that like feels good, like offering what I have to say at least. Cause like, I don't know. I feel like when I'm going through a situation, it's so easy to be like closed off to your own opinion that for me, at least, I don't know about you, but like, at least for me, like listening to someone else's opinion, it kind of makes you think like, oh, maybe like they're right. Maybe I should like consider that, at least like take some other different approach.
Yeah. I like to listen to people's advice. Not that I'll take it all the time, but I like to listen to it. And I mean, everybody on my TikToks was giving me advice, and I felt like having you actually like a real person, like talking on the phone, talking about this whole situation with my dating life and everything. It was just more real, and like I just appreciated that he was there for me in those times where I'm like, I don't know what to do. What do you think? So it was nice.
Yeah, and I think kind of going off that too, like at first it was like kind of funny to me because I was like, ooh, am I the only one that's like messaging her? Like, am I the only one like commenting or like, yeah, I was like, I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? Like, you guys know the feeling. Like, you don't want to be like that one person. You're just like, don't be that guy. But I started looking at her comments after she was making a bunch of these TikToks, and I noticed that like there was like 4, maybe 5 of the same names I kept seeing, reoccurring names. And I was like, okay, so there's like a good chunk of followers that are like trying to help through this situation that all have different opinions. Yeah. So I was like, that's really cool. And that's one thing that I started noticing, like, not to pull away from the conversation, but that's one thing I noticed with mine too, is like I started seeing like some of the same like 5, 6 people commenting on mine after a while. So that was kind of like the start of the growing the community thing.
Yeah, it really becomes like we start becoming friends. Like, you start feeling close with them because you keep seeing their names over and over, so you recognize them and you're like, okay, like these people appreciate my content, like I appreciate them.
Yeah, and it's cool. It feels good. It feels like rewarding.
They actually care. They're not just like some random follower. Like, they actually are interacting with you. They're not just watching from a distance.
Yeah, and they care. So I guess maybe not who, but what is the current like audience on there? And I guess let's kind of get into that too, like what audience? Like how your audience works, and like who's
watches me?
Who's watching you, who we've been like interacting with, and let's like talk about that right now.
Okay. Hold on. So I guess, how can I put this? So like Max mentioned, there were similar, like it was the same people commenting over and over on my videos. I was making these update videos. After I made that one lobby video, that was like one of my first update videos. So I kept making update videos, but they started getting more and more complex. The situations I just couldn't explain in 60 seconds. So I figured, hey, let me take it to live. Let me take this and actually explain this and take my time. And I didn't think anyone was actually going to watch me. You go on live and you're like, this is awkward. Like, does anyone actually care,
Well, see, that's the thing, though. So not to cut you off, but like you have to have 1,000 followers at least.
That's right.
To go on live. So that means that you have to build a community before you go on there, which is, I guess, a cool thing, because then it, I guess, forces more people into it. And that's why as part of like why we both have had like people joining our lives. So,
so I started doing those lives. I'm telling you, when you do your first live, it's scary. You're like, okay, everyone's just going to see every move that I make. I feel like I'm just being stared at. What do I even talk about? But in this case, I guess I got lucky because my topic was already, I had a topic. It was my updates. So I went on those update video. I went on to talk about my updates about my life, and people started commenting on the lives. I wasn't really expecting any comments at all. I just figured, someone hopefully will watch. They started commenting, and so that obviously gives you more motivation to keep going on live. Yeah. And so I kept doing more and more lives, and the same people kept coming back. And so I'm like, okay, there's a community going. This is so cool. And the same people would keep coming back, keep commenting, and then them engaging in the comments makes the live even more fun because I'm not the only one talking. Everyone's giving their own opinion. They're putting in jokes. Max would go in and he would put in his opinion jokes. Like it just gets so funny. And I think the most interesting thing that has come out of that, or like, I think just like the best thing, is that not only am I becoming friends with them, but they're all becoming friends with each other. And everyone has started to follow each other from those lives on Instagram. So like we all follow each other, and it's become like this big group of people that follow my story, but now we all like follow up with each other. Like now we DM each other. Like, you want to talk more about it?
Yeah, like Colleen's followers are following me. So even when I go live, they're just like, yo, Max is live. like they're expecting like Colleen's live like after or before, depending on when I go on.
Yeah, it's like if I finish my live, it's like, okay, we're all going to Max's live now.
Yeah. And like even like right now, I have like messages in my inbox from her followers because like we all chat and like we all like we've. So I guess we'll talk about this in a little bit, but like we've all done like Zooms, so we all kind of have like sort of had a moment to like see each other face to face.
Because we've all been seeing our comments and our profiles. And I don't want to break this. Did I break it? Are we good? Are we good? Okay. So we've all seen each other through our. I mean, they've seen me, but I haven't been able to see them. I've seen Max through FaceTime, but I just see their picture. And so I'm like, we literally see each other every day on these lives. I want to meet you guys. Like, I actually want to form a connection with you guys because you guys all care about me. And it's just been really nice of you all. So, of course, I said, okay, how can we do this? What can we do to, like, actually meet each other? I don't know. Did I come up with the Zoom? Or I don't even know.
I don't know. I don't remember. Did you come up, or someone in the live maybe said like we should?
What can we do? You know?
Was it? It might have been maybe our friend Jeremy in there that I think he had like because Zoom you can only do it for like 30 minutes or something unless you have like the paid one. So thankfully he's had the paid one. So we've like had some pretty extensive Zooms on there. Like
tell him how many hours.
I don't know. Should we? No, we've had it for like 7 hours. I think. They're like insanely long. And so it's just kind of funny that like we've all kind of like I guess that we talk about what we do on those lives or on those Zooms. We kind of just talk about Colleen's like situations and like go through them.
It's like so funny because like everybody knows each other through me, and so when they start saying like, well, how do you know Colleen? Like, how did you find Colleen? I'm like, no, like,
I think
no.
I asked the question.
Yeah, Max is like, oh yeah, like what video did you find Colleen through? And so the connection that everyone has is me, but like now I don't know, but it's just cool that everyone now has a connection with each other. It's not just through me anymore. So
yeah, and we all like. I feel like we all like find different ways to connect, and like through just doing the Zoom, I've like found like through watching their videos or just messaging with her followers like individually outside of like our thing, I've like found out that like her followers are like out, you know, doing whatever they're doing, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, like, you know, and I get into like deeper conversations, and then that's how you find out like what, you know. So again, it's the community thing. It's been really cool.
And it's definitely showed me that you really can't judge a book by its cover. You don't really, like, if you saw these people on the street, you probably would, like, you wouldn't think, like, oh, like, they'd be cool, like, I'll hang out with them. Like, sometimes, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, you just don't understand how many cool people there are out there unless you actually, like, start a conversation with them. Mm-hmm. And so the fact that we've all just, like, put ourselves on here and gotten to meet each other for the first time through a phone call, like, it was super different from anything I've ever done before, and everyone's so amazing. Like, our personalities all blend in so well together. We all get along. Everyone's so I can't get over the fact at how funny everyone is. I don't know if it's TikTok or what, but people's sense of humor, like, I love it.
Yeah, and it's crazy again, just like how an algorithm that's so different can do this. Like, we're all trapped normally in Instagram and all this stuff where like it's whoever has the most
we're not faking anything. We're all being so real with each other.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think we all like appreciate that to a greater level. And I mean, these like Zooms and lives, like, I mean, you had people messaging you tonight being like, yo, when's the live? Like, and there's people asking her like in her DM.
What's the update? Like, I want to hear, like, I can't fall asleep. Like, I need to see this. It's crazy.
It's the dedication, guys. Like, I'm telling.
We go on every night. Like, every night people stay on for hours to like listen in on the story and talk to each other. It's awesome.
It's crazy. Like, I think like I've stayed up till like 4 a.m. or something on the lives or something like that, and it's like. It's almost like I'm not gonna lie, like there's been like a point where I'm like on it and I'm like, bro, I'm so tired right now. Like, but it's like they're like interesting. They're like so
keep you there.
The comments and her stories,
that's
like
crazy.
it's like so engaging. And I guess in a grand scheme, not to like take it out of context, but in the grand scheme thing, like we can all like, especially like people my age that I guess are like, whether you're like single or you're dating somebody, you can like relate to the stuff that you put out there and stuff you talk about. And to a degree, I think it's become like a learning experience for a lot of people. I know there's like people of all sorts, and I mean, there's people that are like shy. There's people that are like super like confident in themselves. There's people that are like, still wondering, should I do this? Should I say that? And there's like people that were like, oh, don't say that. Like, we're like trying to like, I don't know. I think you've like mentioned some stuff before in your lives where you're like, don't like put that in your profile. Don't like do that. You should fix this. And like, I think there was like,
on Tinder?
Yeah. And so I think it's become a thing, almost like I think you said it earlier, sort of like a therapy sort of thing where you're like, sort of like helping people.
Yeah. Like there are times where it literally does feel like a therapy session, because there are some people that have been through these experiences, and everyone goes through things differently. They see the world differently. So maybe I'll see something and I'll react emotionally to it, or I just won't even know how to react at all, to be honest. But like, then there's people that have gone through that, or they're older. There's like people of all ages on this thing. But yeah, they're older. They look at it from a different mindset, and they just, it's just cool to see different perspectives. And yeah, I've really enjoyed, like, shout out to Wendy for being the best therapist ever, and Jeremy, you're great. He'll like answer my phone calls when I need him. And I wish I could name everybody, but literally it would take forever. Like, you guys are all awesome. I'm just want to put that out there. Okay.
It's crazy. I just never would have like guessed that it would have like pulled this big of a community together. And I think honestly, like, I see it as something like we were like talking about this with your sister today. Like, it's like
my sister's even part of it now.
Yeah.
She needs to know the tea.
Like, we're all like, it's the tea. I mean, I don't know. You want to drop your TikTok handle if anyone wants to join the?
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. If you want to become a part of the squad, I don't know. We really don't have a name for us yet. But like, if you want to be a part of the community, listen in on to like the updates and give your opinion, if you will. My @name is Colleen Laura. So it's spelled Colleen, Laura, Laura, and then another A at the end. Yeah.
And if you're new here, I mean, those of you that know me, you know my thing's Willmax95, but if you're new here, it's at WILLMAX95. But yeah, that's like, if you want to join, like, hang out, if you're like, this piques your interest at all, I would highly recommend it. Just, it's fun, it's engaging, and straight up, like Colleen always says this on her lives, like, if you're someone that's like shy and you're like, ooh, I don't know if I should join it, and like, it's literally like a safe space. So like, we've like had people that have told us like,
they're shy. Like, there are people that are so shy, but they're scared, and they're scared to join. But I'm like, we're all gonna welcome you. We're all super nice, and then they really are shocked at how nice everybody is.
Yeah. So if you're like sitting here like, ooh, I don't know, like, you should for sure join. Like, even if you're not involved in dating in any way or shape or form, like, we're just trying to make it like a friendly community of like people that like want to just talk as bro. I mean, like, bruh. Like, especially now when like everything's going on, there's people that are just so like, I guess, lonely.
They're lonely, and people like, I don't even know. We're all just home in this quarantine, not really knowing what to do. This is like the best time to even start your own TikTok. Like, think about anything that you love to do, anything you love to talk about, make TikTok videos. Like, it's the best way to make friends. We're telling you right now, it's the best. It
is. On top of that, I should have brought this up earlier. So when you gain 10,000 followers on TikTok, you can join what's called the Creator Fund, which means that you get paid per TikTok. And everyone always says, like, how much does it pay you? How much? Quite frankly, you could look it up on Google. I don't have an answer for you, but I think it's based on people's attention and the amount of views, because after I got 10,000 followers, I make like residual funds. I think the most I made on one was like $3 or something like that.
Make that money.
Yeah. And it's like, hey, you know what? I've like, so far since I've had it, I'm not trying to say this is like a brag or whatever, but like, I've literally made like $100 on it. But it's like that to me, it's like, there's like some nice little like pocket change. Like, I can go get myself a couple meals just from like, or whatever, from like TikTok. I mean, that's probably a bad example. I can get like a bunch of meals, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
and like, because before I wanted to do a YouTube channel, but it's just intimidating with you have to have all the equipment and the stuff. For TikTok, all you need is your phone and literally just a few minutes of your time. You can make a video in 15 seconds and it can go viral and that can change your life. Who knows? So literally just start. That's it. Just start.
Isn't TikTok's motto like TikTok make your day or something like that?
Isn't
Like
it?
they
I don't know.
like when you make it, their like thing below it's like TikTok make your day or change your day or so it's like something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, it's made my day before. It's I will warn you, it is very addicting. Like once you start finding stuff you like, it's like I don't know. It's like I don't know if it's like the endorphins that like are in that. I don't know what it is.
Each video is just funny, and because it's what you like to watch, it starts to know what you like to watch, so it'll keep showing you those kinds of videos. So you can continue watching videos forever if you want to.
Yeah, and it like we said, you build community. And like I said earlier, like the money thing you can make once you get 10,000 followers, you can start making like more money. And because I haven't had a video to hit like over 100,000 views in a while since I've been monetized, I don't actually like have like a number for how much you can make. But I think actual creators on there make like a decent amount of money on it. Mm-hmm. So if you get like a ton of views, and hey, that's another thing too. I've had people be like, they're like, yo, I just like make stickers. That wouldn't be cool. Or like, hey, I just make like, I don't know, like they'll just like say they make something and they think it's not interesting. What you do is interesting, I promise. Like I convinced someone that literally told me that they weren't gonna make it, and I was like, yo, you're making stickers, you're trying to start this, like go do it. Like seriously, go do it, because people will find there's I think I read a stat, there's like 1 billion people on TikTok, and there's like so many like Gen Zers and there's every gen on there, like people are interested.
There's people like 100-year-olds are on TikTok and they go viral.
Yeah.
I think as long as you are passionate about something, that's what makes you interesting. Like just love something and the right people will go to you. Like someone will find you interesting, I promise.
I guess that's one thing. So kind of going off that too, like sometimes people will get demotivated, is that a word? People will get unmotivated, okay, demotivated. English check. So people will, God, I definitely saw that because I've heard that on TikTok. You'll
know the inside jokes if you get on TikTok too. There's tons of them.
I think we share it's the da for me because of TikTok.
Or you don't say or what is it, like tell me you're this without telling me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a big trend on there. Mm-hmm. But you'll like, I don't know. There's like we said, there's just like people of what were we saying before that?
Like that. Where were we? Oh my God. The jokes are that funny. Hold on. We were talking about like people being passionate about like what they do.
Oh yeah. So kind of going off of that, when you make a TikTok video, that's one thing. Like I always see people that are like, I'm not motivated because I made a video about what I like and what you told me to do, and it's not getting views. But literally, I saw this guy that made a TikTok. I think his thing's like Hat Guy on there, and he makes these like advice videos. And I found he lives in Chicago, but he was getting like small amount of views, like 62 and like 105, and like kind of and that's still a substantial amount of people. Don't get me wrong. But he was talking about how he's not gonna let views trip up and build a community over that. Mm-hmm. So even if you're not getting views, still make videos, but also don't get like pulled away from it. Discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Yeah, because there's like a way to do this. If you think about the videos when you're making them, think about the videos that you watch, what you would find interesting. Like when you're watching a video, you're not just gonna like flip to a video. Someone's like, "Yep," and yesterday my camera broke, and now I'm sad, or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like you have to like think about how you're gonna make the video. So like, give someone a reason to hang around till the end of the video.
Hook them from the beginning. Yeah,
that will get you views on it because that will build a bigger community, I think.
And another thing, like going off of what he's saying about not getting discouraged, like your first video may not get a ton of views, you know? Yeah. You got to be consistent, keep posting. Like the more videos you post, the more opportunities you have for people to find you. And your first videos aren't going to be perfect. You might be a little awkward. But another thing that's great about TikTok is that the more you watch TikToks, the more you'll get ideas. And there's people will literally copy each other and use each other's sounds. Like, that's the whole point. Like, you use each other's sounds and you come up with your own context depending on what your subject or niche is.
Yeah.
And you give it your own context. And then you just got to keep watching them, keep posting them, and I promise you'll get somewhere.
Yeah, and you can also, like, there's a feature on it called duetting. I don't know if either of us have quite used it that much. I think maybe,
really.
And there's a thing called stitching, which I think you just used recently. But duets, like, you make a TikTok and you, like, duet somebody, or you take someone else's TikTok and you duet, and it puts a little window next to it, and you can have your thing running while theirs is going.
It's almost like a reaction,
Yeah.
a reaction while you're watching the video at the same time.
Yeah, and then the duet is, like, if someone's saying something, like, I've seen these done hilarious where, like, someone will be like, tell me your da-da-da without saying your da, and then someone will, like, cut the video.
The stitch.
The stitch. What I said duet. Yeah, the stitch. So you can, like, stitch it and then put in your opinion or, like, stop someone midway. Like, I've done a couple of those before. They're hilarious. So it kind of feels more like you're doing, like, a YouTube reaction sort of when you do those. So those have been kind of fun to make. And like she said, you can use sound. So if you're, like, an artist or musician or someone that's, like, trying to, like, expand yourself, that's a good way to do it. Get people to, like, duet your videos, get people to use your sound. All they have to do is, like, click the button and then you can use the sound. So, like, that's another thing, like, sounds will trend on TikTok. Like,
There's so much to it.
There's so much. Like, I think we were talking about this earlier. Like, my friend's band Beach Bunny, they had their top song kind of, like, resurface on TikTok and go viral because of the sound thing. People, like, heard it and they're like, oh my God, I've heard this. And it started, like, resurfacing the platform. And then and I think their top song, Prom Queen's, up to, like, 100 million listens right now, if not, like, 120 million. It's a
good song. It's a good song.
It's a really good song. If you haven't heard it, go listen to it. But it's, like, it's crazy. Like, just
you can even you click.
Yeah.
You can click the sound too, and when you click the sound, you can even see all the videos that people have made under that same sound. So that gives you even more ideas to see, like, what you can do. So plus, it's just funny to see people's ideas. Like, people are so creative on there. It's insane the amount of creativity that you see in so many young people.
Yeah.
Like, I say this a lot, but that's probably, like, my favorite app right now, because Instagram, it has become so organized and just, it feels superficial. People aren't being themselves. They're just showing the best version of themselves. But TikTok gives you the opportunity to really be yourself, and people don't care about what they look like. They'll literally show themselves looking horrible. Like, waking up out of bed, you know, and I don't want to say their worst form, but, like, not showing themselves at their best. And that's what makes TikTok so real and nice to watch. Like, we're all just real people being ourselves, you know?
Yeah, and it's also nice, like, that you can just pull out your, like, it sounds stupid to say, but, like, just, you can just pull out your phone and record something. I had a band, like, tell me that they, like, weren't going to make TikToks or whatever, and then all of a sudden they just started recording, like, he literally out of his mouth told me, like, quote unquote stupid videos, and he just, like, would record, like, random things that were happening out of nowhere and just start posting them. And I think the band has, like, 150,000 followers now, and you never know what's gonna hit right. So your creativity is important, guys. Like she said, just
consistency.
That's another thing. Because these platforms are, like, based on addiction, and people, like, they want to, like, start showing your stuff to more people that are, like, creators that keep creating, and that's how you, like, you can't just make, like, 3 videos and be like, I'm not growing, I give up. Like, it's either you're in it or you're not, right? Like, so we obviously recommend getting into it, making a TikTok. It's addicting, it's fun. I don't know, did you have any, like, final thoughts on it? Any other last minute words on TikTok that you wanted to say?
I think we covered everything. Like, we gave them our handles. We told you what to do. Now it's up to you to actually get out there and post stuff. You'll make tons of friends. Just keep watching videos on TikTok. You'll get to the TikTok part of, like, you'll get to the part of TikTok that is right for you, I'm sure. And just download the app and let us know how it goes for you. Tag us in your videos if you want. I'd love to watch them. We'll become friends. Let me know.
Yeah, definitely. You should. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I guess that's probably the best way to put it. Just let us know. We'd love to see like what videos you're making. And just run loose, have fun with yourself. Don't like sweat it.
Don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
We're all just having fun.
Yeah, just have fun with it. And TikTok, sponsor us, please.
Please. Cringe. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm not at the Creator Fund yet, but we're getting there. Posting consistently.
We'll get her there. But yeah, I guess that's kind of just to wrap it up. That's our.
Thank you for coming, Max, all the way from Chicago. I'm having a lot of fun. This podcast was also really fun. This is my first podcast, so thank you for letting me be a part of it.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Sweet. Yeah, well, thanks for being on my 4th episode. Really nice to have a guest. A lot of people have been messaging me like, you should have a guest on. It's always just you. And I'm like, here's my guest.
Yay.
So I wanted to, like I said, I drove out here with my mom. I was like, hey, that'd be cool. Mm-hmm. And here we are. Like you said, here we are after like talking on TikTok. So it's nice to have you on my episode to talk about your experiences.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. And I guess with that being said, we will see you guys. We're actually going to hop on TikTok live right now. It's 10 o'clock and the fans are waiting. We're 2 minutes late for the fans.
Tonight. Okay.
What was the name? What was the name of that picture?
Keeping Up with Colleen tonight.
Keeping Up with Colleen, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. All right. Well, guys, hopefully you guys got some nice information there. Mm-hmm. Hopefully you learned a little bit about both of our TikToks, our experiences, and what it's like. But yeah, we'll wrap it up here, and I'll talk to you guys. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you've listened till the very end, thank you so much for listening. I know this ran to be about 50 minutes or so. So if you listen, thank you. And I'll hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, leave the like button. Help us with the algorithm.
Yes.
The algorithm. It's important, guys. So we'll talk to you guys in the next, or I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Maybe we'll have Colleen again on in the future.
Maybe I'll go to Chicago. We'll see. We'll see you soon.
That'd be great to have you out there. We'll see you guys soon, and I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. All right. Bye, guys.